Hey everybody, this is Laura with McLeod Homestead. I am in my kitchen, and as you can see, I've got a gallon of milk here. What I intend to do today is make some mozzarella cheese, and I'm going to show you how we do this. It's not real complicated. You start with your gallon of milk. I went to the farm and got us milk fresh from the cow. That's how we drink our milk. You can use store-bought whole milk because you want the cream. Now on my milk, as you can see, it's down a little bit. I took some of that cream off and made butter last night. You then will need 1 cup of water, citric acid, some Himalayan salt is what I use, another 1/4 cup of water, and if you read your rennet, I got animal rennet, and it tells me for 1 gallon of milk I will use a 1/4 teaspoon and a 1/4 cup of water. Always read it. Different rennets have different strengths. I'm going to bring you in and show you what we're going to need to make the mozzarella cheese. We have citric acid. We have a 1/4 cup of water. I'm going to bring you in and I'm going to show you exactly how to make mozzarella cheese. We have a 1/4 cup of water, which we will need to add citric acid to. I use pink Himalayan salt. And this is the animal rennet that I've got to use. Make sure you read your instructions. Each rennet, whether it's from animal or oil, has different strengths. Mine is a 1/4 teaspoon to 1/4 cup of water. And lastly, we need our whole milk. Now, I get my milk straight from the farm. It's non-pasteurized. You can use whole milk from the grocery store. Make sure it's whole milk, not ultra pasteurized. And you need a big pot. One other thing that I use is my grilling thermometer. I've got it up here. We will be using that to monitor the temperature of the milk for different areas. So let's go. Let's get set up and get some cheese made. Because I saw an awesome recipe for a pizza, and I want to make it for tomorrow night's dinner. Now, because it takes the rennet 30 minutes to 45 minutes to set, we want to get that mixed up first. So we'll add our 1/4 teaspoon of rennet into our 1/4 cup of water. Once this has been opened, it's got to be stored in the refrigerator. And then we need to dissolve our citric acid into our 1 cup of water, and that'll be a 1/2 teaspoon. And a whole teaspoon. While that's dissolving, we're going to get our pot and our milk ready to go. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to pour our dissolved citric acid into our pot. And the reason we are doing this is we want to raise the pH level of the milk. By raising the pH value of the milk, that will also help to make our cheese stringy. The next thing I'm going to do is I am just going to pour in our milk. I gave it I gave our jug a nice shake to make sure that all of the cream that was in there was mixed in real good and not stuck to the walls of the glass jar. As you can see, I have it all turned on. Stick the thermometer in there and let's get an idea of the temperature we're starting with. 54 degrees Fahrenheit. So we have a little ways to go. While it is heating up, I will stir it every once in a while. It doesn't need to be continuously. We're up to 79 degrees, and I wanted to show you a little bit of what I did. So the cord comes down, I have it wrapped around here, so that way it sits down in the milk, but yet it's not touching the bottom. Okay, we have hit 102 degrees, so now we will shut the heat off. Take our thermometer out. Give it a nice little stir. What I am going to do now is I am going to slowly add in the rennet. And when I do this, I want to stir from the bottom up to make sure that I mix all of the milk in. So as you can see, I'm scooping from the bottom up. Do this for about 30 seconds. This rennet is what will give us our curd. It will separate the milk from the whey. We now set our timer for 10 minutes. Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
And put a lid on it and walk away. One thing you want to do while you're waiting your 10 minutes is take a pot of water, and we are going to heat this up to 175 degrees. All right, everybody, let's take the lid off and see if the magic occurred. It still needs more time. Alexa, set timer for 10 more minutes. Now, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Normally, I get one nice big curd on top and I can cut it, but it has curd. And as you can see, the yellow is the whey. So we are now going to turn the heat back onto it and bring this back up to 105 degrees. And as you're doing this, you're going to want to stir it constantly. This won't take long. It only got down to 99 degrees. For the next step, we are going to dump it through a colander. That separates the whey from the cheese. Some people will use whey to feed their pigs, as it's a great source of protein. And normally I would, but I'm going to try and make some ricotta cheese out of mine. Other people use it for baking. It's whatever anybody prefers. Set this to the side. As you can see, it is pretty stringy. However, we are now going to get that pot of water. This pot of water is going to be very hot. So what you want to do is stick it down in there 30 seconds to a minute. As you can see, it's pretty much melting it, but you want to get it heated all the way through. And you bring it out. And just squeeze some more whey. Stretch it. And just keep working it. I'm going to stretch this out since I can. And this is where I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt. And then I will just work and mix it all in. In the water. I will do this 3 or 4 times with the hot water. As you could see at that point, that water is hot still, but I'm able to pull it out myself. Look how stringy and nice it is to pull it. And there we have it. We have a nice little ball of cheese. And there we have it, everybody. We have a nice ball of cheese that I'm going to put in the refrigerator, let it cool down, and we'll shred this for our pizza tomorrow night. Looks beautiful. It's nice and shiny. Tastes really good. Beautiful. I could even make this into little pizzas, little cheese sticks. Look at this though. I can make it into a pizza. But in all honesty, we're going to keep it in a ball. Makes it easier to shred as a ball. As in any time we bake or cook or do anything, sometimes we have successes, sometimes we have failures. That goes with the territory. Was mine a failure? Absolutely not. We got our mozzarella cheese. It's in the refrigerator for tomorrow for our pizza. However, one thing it didn't do is get one big curd on top of the pan after our 10 minutes. I'm not exactly sure why, but it's still separated. We still got our cheese. Now, I'm going to take that way and go make some ricotta cheese because it's getting Christmas baking season. And you know what? One thing as an Italian I've been in the mood for is some cannoli. And all that stuff takes ricotta cheese. So until then, I will see you on the next video. Toodles, everybody.